Yazzie here, and I'm gonna be interviewing my mom for this about these questions for my homework tonight. Yeah, it's Monday, and I had to do it. It's like 8 p.m., but yeah. Okay, here it goes. The night was cold. Okay. So what does it mean for your child to be enrolled?
Enrolled in what?
In the tribal nation.
I think it means that I'll be giving you a little bit more opportunity as far as Navajo Nation benefits. For example, you could potentially apply for tribal scholarships. Since you have an enrollment number, you qualify to have health care with IHS, and also gives you a sense of identity because you're enrolled officially with the tribe and you have your own CIB number, so you won't ever have to wonder, like other people do, what tribe you're affiliated with.
Okay, so second question, what does it mean for you to be Native American?
It's what does it mean to be Native American? It gives me pride to know that the generations before me lived on this land before any others, really. They survived through a lot of just lack of I don't know, like it's just hard to imagine that the people before us could survive without simple luxuries like I do now, or like our house, vehicles, having a grocery store that we just go to, just being just using their wits and their strengths to cultivate a life together, to survive through the generations, and then just to survive that lineage is very cool, and it makes me proud that I just come from a long line of strong people, and the closest living memory that I have of the old ways is my grandma, my grandma Etta, my grandma Jeanette. I just have some of their stories from the old days and like the hardships that they went through. And it's just very neat. It's like a little timepiece into the olden ways that I can only imagine now. It's just a part of history. So yeah, it's very cool to be Indigenous, even though there's there's, we faced like genocide, and that part hurts, and I don't like to think about that part. And then the racism today, left over from that ignorance, is still painful. But we're fortunate to live in a state where there's a lot of minorities and a lot of Native American tribes, which I'm grateful for. And it gives me more strength to live here to live next to other tribes. Kind of like a strength in numbers.
Okay. Should blood quantum be used to determine citizenship and tribal enrollment?
You gave me two questions. What was the first question?
This is the third question.
Oh. Should blood quantum be used
to determine citizenship and tribal enrollment?
This is a hot topic. I think yes and no. Wasn't a tough one. I don't think blood quantum is all that important when it comes to I don't know. I'm this. I don't know what to say. Okay, well, short answer is yes, I think blood quantum should be used when you're applying for Native American care, like IHS, or tribal benefits, only because if this is the only, it's kind of like the only bargaining chip that we have right now that says that, hey, we're Native American, and here's my proof that I'm Native American, so therefore I'm owed these basic rights like healthcare and tribal scholarships because of the injustices that my ancestors had done to our nation years ago. And if we weren't given these little pieces of benefits, then all the pain and the suffering that they went through in the past would be all in vain. And the blood quantum, even though I don't totally agree with it, because the blood quantum itself is not totally accurate as far as our indigenous ties with the land and our teachings, but it's the only thing in place right now that's recognized, that separates us from the Bilaganas and all the other minorities for getting us access to our basic rights. Again, as healthcare and tribal scholarships. We're lucky, my family is lucky personally, and also Cole's dad is lucky that our parents enrolled us. They saw how important it was right away, and they enrolled us right away to get our CIB numbers. And I did the same. I made sure that after my kids were born, shortly after, I would get them enrolled, their CIB numbers, only because I understood that this is how I get them the same access that I got. I understood that, and therefore I knew it was really important to get it right away. And I know other people that wait. They waited on it, or they never followed up to get the proper documentation, or their parents never followed up. So therefore they're missing a piece of their heritage. So therefore their quantum is lower only because the person, like their parents ahead of them, didn't file, or just and so therefore like they're not full blood, quote unquote, and that just kind of hurts them a little bit just because of that rule that is in place right now by the Bilaganas in our tribal government right now. But as far as determining if blood quantum makes you Native American, that is an even harder question, because I don't necessarily believe that. Like, where me, Cole, his sister, his little brother, we're all considered full-blood Navajos. But we don't know the language. We're learning, but we're trying to learn. We don't fully know. We were not brought up in that environment, so we don't know the language. We don't know the traditions fully. We're urban. We don't live on the reservation even. So that in itself, like, we're outsiders and we're still considered full blood, versus a person that is half-blood, quote unquote, that lives on the reservation, that can speak Navajo, that wears the traditional garb, outfits. Like, I think that person that's actually living that life and is practicing what their tradition, and then they know their language, that person is more Navajo than us right now.
Okay, so next question. What do you want your child to learn about what it means to be Native American?
I would like you to learn just the basics of our language, at least. Introduction, some basic phrases at least. I would like you to be interested in learning. And I don't want to have to force you to learn. Like, I want you to be actively participating in learning as we're all learning and teaching your little brother. Because your brother right now is a sponge, so he's picking up these words faster than the rest of us right now. I would also like you to learn about your great-grandparents and who they were, their names, and some of the stories that they had. And I think it's important that we just learn our family tree. Me too, I learn it and then I forget it, but I think me and you should be actively going through the family tree. That way when we go to the family reunions, it'll mean a little bit more to you, because you'll know where these people are coming from and who they're related to and how they're related to you. Because right now the family reunions are our biggest tie to our ancestors too, because of all the generations that came down. And I'm glad that our extended family knows that it's important to always meet up and at least once a year to remind us of that. Just to know your identity, your Navajo. I know there's some kids that just they don't know what tribe they are. So just knowing that, and then going to a tribal school and being around your other peers is a good opportunity for you, and I'm glad we have that opportunity at Naka.
Okay. So here's the last question. Do you have any questions about
this is your face? Hey, Mama, this is funny. This is funny. This is funny.
What class is this for again? This interview is for?
It's like reading.
Reading?
Yeah.
My back.
What things do you read in this class? What topics?
We haven't read anything yet, but yeah. It's just the start view.
Okay. No questions. This was fun.
This is a
Okay.
baby sax.
Yeah. So that was the interview. And yeah. And here's my new guitar. And so I'll catch you later at school. And yeah. Rock on.